Where's our usual thing that lets me check that? Sending data.
I've just clicked record on my on the audio my side as well. If you want to do the same over there.
Alrighty. Twitch is being slow, but then Switch is always slow. Okay. Headset. Cool. I am recording.
Nice.
There you are. And yeah, we're online on both for sure now. Get rid of that. So how have you been? Good. Enjoying yourself?
Enjoy myself, yeah. Working from home now.
Are you?
Yep. Well, that was as of the start of the week. We had like a little group chat going and said, because of what's happening, just you'll drop the laptop off and I'm working from home. So that's what I'm doing.
Fair.
Yeah. Not bad.
No, I'm still in. They've basically just sort of cut numbers down. Well, fair, numbers are already cut down. They've basically, but what used to be is like a few people could just come and go from the office.
Yeah.
And they both just said cut all that out. Just the people that are in the office stay there, and those that aren't work from home constantly.
Yeah, might as well. Just got my table nicked away as well because girlfriend's working from home now as well. So she commandeered the gaming table. So I'm just on an IKEA unit.
We ain't got anyone to play with, so
no, exactly, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. If it still fits one normal MTG playmat on there, so I can still use the overhead if I'm going to play online.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
All right. Got some water. Right, are you ready for us to?
Yeah.
Get prepared.
Yep.
Right. I'll see you in a minute.
Yep. Awesome. Hello, and welcome back to Past Turn Podcast with myself, Aaron Francis, and no longer mysterious man, Tom Durrant.
Hello.
We aim to bring all the latest Magic the Gathering, hype spoilers, discussions, and our very own and sometimes foolish opinions. And what seems to be spoiler season every single week nowadays.
It is a ongoing mission to stay on top of new cards.
It is, yeah, but very much enjoying it. And this is based on the reveal that we have. What is it called? The reveal?
They call it the debut now. That's what they call this.
Yeah.
Little stream.
All right. Yeah, so it's going to be covering a lot of the stuff that was spoiled in that, plus a few others that are trickling through now as well.
Yeah, we seem to be having a few more that come through in sort of additional articles and things that they discuss. So yeah, we'll go through as many as we can. Well, it will be all of them.
Yeah, in intricate detail as well, I expect.
Intricate detail, but give you no actual information of relevance.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what we do.
Discuss weird additional details that, quite frankly, will not help you improve your Magic game.
Absolutely.
They will be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. That's the pass the turn way. Fun.
And
so
sort of big news for the podcast, in that I've finally done some admin work. We are now live on iTunes. So if you prefer to listen on iTunes, you can watch us there. If you've got friends, you can tell them to check us out there. And we're working on getting on Amazon, so you can ask Alexa to play.
Yeah.
Mine's on, so it might just start saying something in a minute. And also on Google, so hopefully it'll be a lot more accessible soon.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. And I think iTunes as well, you can leave ratings as well. So if you just give us a good rating, that will just help us pop up in more places.
Yes, please.
So yeah, that'll be fantastic. But yeah, good work on that.
Yeah, if you can like, subscribe, rate, review anywhere on any platform, it really does give us a little boost. So thanks very much.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just while we're on the sort of train of new content, what else can they expect from yourself, Tom?
A glorious tale of wizards and magic. So hopefully it's going to be like that, but of sense. So the plan is to have some sort of read-alongs of the Kaldheim story as they come out. There'll be a YouTube on a series on YouTube with me reading along, and then at the end, hopefully, if anything springs to mind, a little brief discussion on sort of what the impacts there are for maybe that story, future theories of what we think might happen next. Yeah, just a bit of a lore discussion.
Nice. We could, if it goes well, we could always delve back into older stories as well, and do more stuff in that regard as well.
Yeah, definitely. If there's a period of them not releasing stories, definitely going to try and go back and sort of fill in some of the old gaps of where we can.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, some good stuff. Also, Josh as well has released a new series and is going to plan to be doing the same sort of stuff as well, called EDH Etiquette: Man in a Van. So in his day-to-day job, he's always out and about, and he thought, why not just record some videos about EDH etiquette and how you can sort of try and improve your game, try and improve your play group, what's taboo, what's not. Again, it's all subject to each play group and how each person plays, but yeah, it's good to hear his opinion finally. So yeah, look out for that as well.
Yeah, they're really good. It's just like short, sort of 10-minute podcast style episode of him just talking through his ideas and just ideas and his theories, and his
thoughts on different interactions in the game. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's good fun.
Yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it? Speaking of which, where do we start with this then?
So, if you want to watch the debut stream, I'd suggest going to Twitch. It is up on YouTube as well, but on Twitch they've also got the after show, which is the weekly MTG discussion where they reveal a few more cards. They discuss some of the cards in more detail, and have some very big news at the end, which we're going to talk about as well in a minute. So you don't really need to know about that.
Oh, okay, maybe I haven't heard that bit then.
Aaron doesn't know about this yet, children.
Because I watched the YouTube video, so I didn't get all the spicy stuff at the after party. But yeah, so how did it start? It started off with metal bands playing, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't catch the name of the band, but yeah, just a band. So yeah, I'm glad that they went all in on the metal theme. It wasn't just, oh look, we've got some fun font that looks a bit metal, and we had 4 or 5. I think it was like 6 or 7 bands. Do some preview stuff for a week. It's like, oh no, we're going to keep going with it. We're going to really hammer this metal theme. Yeah, it was good. A bit cheesy, a bit corny.
That's what we love, though, isn't it? I mean, if you look at our past turn versus videos, they are just utter cheddar cheese, aren't they? Just not taking it too seriously, just having a bit of fun. That's what they seem to be doing, which is awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good. Like to see them do a bit different.
Yeah, definitely. Be funny to see where they go.
So after the metal band introduced themselves, they then introduced us to Kaya, our hero, the one that we already know. But more importantly, they told us that she's hunting a mysterious prey. Do we know who that is? Is it Planeswalker or worse, do you reckon? Who's she looking for?
I reckon she's looking for Vornaclex.
Yeah. But I was surprised. I still liked our idea that Vornaclex was going to be there, and none of them really understand why.
Yeah.
And my theory even got pushed along a bit further, because they basically said that Kaldheim it's almost like a mini multiverse within itself. with the tree at the center.
Yeah.
And coming off the tree are basically branches that are 10 different realms.
Yep.
And somehow the tree sort of rotates around, and these realms will move around, and occasionally they clash, and things can move from one realm to another. So all the realms know of each other, but they don't really see each other that often. And there are ways to get between the different realms. So I thought, oh, maybe this ties to our theory of if it's like a mini multiverse and they've got about things moving between realms, maybe that's how Vornaclex got there somehow. And again, I still thought it could be that they don't know that Vornaclex isn't meant to be on Kaldheim.
Yeah.
If you live in, I didn't write down any of the names of them. If you live in one of the realms and then another one crashes into you and these monsters just appear, if like the giant one crashes into you and you think that's a weird looking giant beast, but it's probably just one of their pets.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's it. I mean, the Thyrexia plane or multiverse, whatever you want to call it, could have just came into Kaldheim and they wouldn't even realised it. They had one of these sort of multiverse blending events, and now Vornaclex is suddenly there for no reason, but they didn't realise. They probably just think it's from another multiverse within this Kaldheim section.
Yeah.
But
so that was my theory. Again, I don't know. The way that they've sort of then talked about it a bit more, I think maybe Kaya knows about Vornaclex and knows Vornaclex is there for some reason or something like that. I feel that they somehow know there's this off-world creature or something not quite right with it.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be interesting to see what it is, because it might even be one of the. Well, no, I guess the wolf and the serpent and stuff. The serpent hasn't been revealed yet, but I reckon he will be. I don't think it's going to be one of those creatures, is it? That she's hunting. It will be, as you say, something that's maybe not supposed to be there.
Yeah, because I think all these sort of like cosmic legendary creatures, I think we're sort of going to come across them in story and ask them what's going on.
Yeah.
Are you like? I think each time it's like, oh, I think the wolf is behind it. They'll go and see the wolf, and he goes, oh, I'm not doing it. I think it's the snake, and they'll see the snake, and they'll say, oh no, the squirrel. Oh no, it's the gods. And slowly it'll all trickle down.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But,
yeah, because these beings like the snake and the squirrel and the wolf have been there for ages. So they're going to know all the knowledge. So maybe she does travel to each one to try and get a bit more knowledge, sort of thing. That'll be a good. Maybe you should write the story as well as commentate on it, Tom.
I can have my alternate, like, parallel timeline going on.
Yeah, Kaldheim time spiral set.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see why she's there and whether it's going to be revealed.
Yeah. So while we are on story again, apparently they're going to release it twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
So my plan of releasing this content the day it comes out suddenly gets a bit more tricky.
Yeah.
I still want to keep it really on it, so I don't know how I'm going to work it out. I'll wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah, whether it's a live stream thing just based on the day, or whether it's a video that encapsulates both the stories in 1 week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess stay tuned for that. Obviously, that's going to be determined soon. As soon as we start seeing the stories trickle through. But yeah, that is good. Good news.
And then, what else did they say in there? I just want to go through like some of the big talking points they got on there, but then we'll go into the cards, okay?
Yeah.
So they said about the showcase frames. So they mentioned before that the sagas, some of them are like real wood carvings.
Yeah.
They did show us one of them that we'll come to in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently the showcase frame as well, I'm sure they said at one point on there that was also carved. Or I don't know whether or not they meant like figuratively, it looks like it's carved. But I'm sure the way they said it was as if they paid someone to like make real carvings for them to base it on.
So, yeah, I think that might be right. You know, the Kaldheim showcase, the borders. I think the borders might be carved.
Yeah, which is cool. It's just nice attention to detail.
Yeah,
that you could easily mock it up. Obviously, like you could easily get someone to just create a little digital version, but to have someone physically make products for them to help sort of immerse it better, it just gives you a nice warm feeling inside.
Oh yeah, just like the fuzzy Secret Life stuff.
Exactly.
Nice warm fuzzy feeling inside. But yeah, very much like the aesthetics of this set. The art looks really good on a lot of the cards.
Yeah. So I was just going to say one more thing about the realms. There's 10 realms, and on each of the realms basically lives predominantly a certain creature type. And then maybe like in there's maybe like different tribes and things, different clans.
Yeah.
So that there's a humans one, a giants one, spirits, angels, demons.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think there's one for the gods. I think they've got like their sort of pantheon style.
Yeah.
Elves have obviously got their one.
I think elves had two, didn't they? I think they had two separate clans. I think they had one dark sort of clan, one normal clan. I think.
So I think they've got one realm, and that realm is sort of divided. That's
one
of light and forest, and one of the shadows and dark. And I think they're slowly coming back together. And there's one of shapeshifters.
Yeah.
One of dwarves. I was originally keeping count, but then I started just doing this, and now I don't know. I don't know how many I've got through there.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right though.
Lots of fun new tribes.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Support.
Yeah, hopefully more tribal support cards as well, rather than just the changeling stuff. Maybe there's a couple more things to be spoiled that actually say choose a creature type. Creature types of blah blah blah. Do this.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
I think we will. I think there will be a few things like that, and obviously loads that are very specific. That giants get this, demons get this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That could be good.
Yeah.
That could be good.
And then it seems they've sort of linked to make limited work. They've linked all of them together using like the class type, like Berserker, Warrior, things like that. I think they've used that to then make it so that you could, in limited, blend a couple of them together and still get a cohesive deck, rather than being like, well, I've only got sort of 5 giants, now my deck's just useless.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
So I think without further ado, let's get looking at cards.
I think so, yeah. I think the last podcast ended with Blood Sky Massacre. So I'm not sure what sort of sources you're looking at, but there's a couple of cards that weren't even related to this debut that we haven't spoke about yet as well.
Where's Blood Sky Massacre on this list? Oh,
yeah, because we've got.
No, I don't know. I don't know where that one is, Aaron. I'll just share my screen and we can work it out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Where's our faces gone?
Where have we gone? All we can see is the faces of the Berserkers, Warriors, and stuff of Kaldheim. But that's all we need. There we go.
Sorry, I don't know. Like I say, they changed all the buttons around on this. And now I don't know what's going on. Right, so I think we've seen these ones.
Yeah.
So these 3 are new. I have to use this.
Yeah, so those are.
The 2 on the right, the 2 on the outside, the left and the right, are unofficial leaks. Apparently, again, from packs of Commander Legends collector's boosters.
Right, yeah.
So again, we've got Blood on the Snow, again confirming the snow mechanic. So a nice board wipe, but also a snow sorcery, which is new, I think.
Yeah, they when they mentioned the mechanics on the video, they said that there's going to be snow sorceries and snow instants as well.
Yeah. So for 4 black, you can choose one: destroy all creatures or destroy all planeswalkers. Then return a creature or planeswalker card with convert mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow mana spent to cast this spell.
That's pretty good if you got the snow lands.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Another one here, we've got Rise of the Dread Marn, which I think sounds really good. 2 and a black for an instant, create X 2/2 black zombie Berserker creature tokens, where X is the number of non-token creatures that died this turn. Then you can foretell for 1.
Yeah.
And what excites me is that foretell 1 cost. So earlier, somewhere in the game, early on, you can pay 2 mana to foretell it, and it's just exiled.
Yeah.
Then wait for a turn where loads of things died, pay X, and bang, you're full of zombies.
Well, no, you just pay a black and you get X 2/2.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, sorry, I meant to pay a black. Sorry, I actually got distracted by the artwork in the background here. I was thinking, what's that? Because at first glance, I thought that's Bolas.
Yeah.
But then I realised it's not. It's the tree. So that's another point they made in the video, is that all the realms, they can see tree in the sky. Like, you can see the branches coming down.
Yeah.
And I think some can see different parts. And I've got a feeling maybe one might be like connected to the roots. So one you can see like the roots. Some you can see maybe more of the trunk. Maybe some you can see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one you might see like foliage on the ends of the tree. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. It just gives you like a cohesive anchor point that all the worlds are still connected somehow via these branches and these roots of the world tree. I think they're calling it in this set.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if there's a massive artwork, isn't there, of a tree? So yeah, I think there probably will be a card eventually for it potentially.
I think so. I think they will. And the point to note here: this is a story spotlight card.
All right.
So Rise of the Dreadman is going to be important. A horde of zombies are going to appear, and apparently that's crucial to the story.
Oh yeah.
Are they good zombies or bad zombies?
I'm
guessing from the card we'll see in a minute, bad zombies. Unless Liliana pops up and is like, "Don't worry, guys, I'll help you out." And they're like, "Hey, she's back."
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening.
No. You've got another story spotlight one as well there for Invasion of the Giants.
Well. This one is. So, Invasion of the Giants. For blue and a red. It's a saga. So you can scry. First chapter is scry 2. Second, draw a card. Then you may reveal a giant card you remove from your hand. When you do, it deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Then 3, the next giant spell you cast this turn costs 2 less to cast. So, yeah. Good for your little giant tribals. Weirdly, it wants like sort of giant spell slingers almost. Sort of in the blue-red.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a lot of red. I think we're going to have a lot of red giants. Blue ones, maybe they relate to the frost giants. Maybe we haven't seen too many of them yet, but no. I think it's pretty good. 2 mana to get obviously a bit of filtering going on, a little bit of targeted removal in standard 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker.
Yeah.
And then you can get a big fatty out on the next turn for 2 less. So I think it's quite good. Yeah,
I think that bottom bit was help you a bit in the giants. Maybe get you one of your big giants out sooner or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, in standard, you've got Bone Crusher Giant, which I think is really going to be the key to making the giant decks work initially.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes with the rest of Kaldheim. But yeah, Invasion of the Giants. This apparently is going to be a story spotlight. So I'm guessing this is going to be when two of the realms collide, and maybe the giants just appear, and they're like, "We're taking over this realm.
Yeah. We're going for it."
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So next up, we have got some Snowlands. Just make sure I can actually see all of them. So, important to note, there were Snowlands before in, I don't know if it was in Ice Age, an old set. They entered tapped, and they were Snowlands, but they didn't have the types, the basic land types on them, whereas these ones do, which obviously means they're fetchable. Cards that count how many types of the land you've got matter.
Yeah.
You've got like sort of deal down to the number of swamps you control, things like that.
Yeah, I think they're pretty. They're still common land, so you're still going to be able to get your hands on them. They're not going to fetch a ridiculous price or anything like that.
No.
But yeah, you can still fetch them with stuff that say go get an island. You can go get Volatile Ford instead.
Yeah.
So you can fix yourself, which is nice.
And this nice new frame is for snowlands. It's sort of like, it looks like it is covered in snow itself, just like it looks like a frosty frame, which I think is going to probably look amazing in foil.
Oh yeah.
Generally, I think all of these lands, where they've got like these like tins of like really bright light in them, I think these are going to be really good.
Yeah, they look really nice. I think all the lands in this set look really nice as well.
Yeah, it is obviously just a nice. So like landscapes, really nice landscapes, things to take. Ice tunnel.
Yeah, they look really nice, don't they?
Yeah. So you've got all 10 of them. Yeah, I think they're going to be really good.
Yeah.
Like I say, not a mate. Like, I think because they've got the types, I don't know. Do you reckon they'd be all right to play in Commander if you've got something that can fetch your certain types? Or do you think because they're tapped, they're still just not really enough unless you've got snow benefit?
Yeah, I don't think there's enough there unless you got snow benefit. But
no, there's probably better ones, aren't there?
Yeah,
but still a nice probably budget alternative.
Yeah, if you want budget alternative, and if you've got a nice little shiny version, then definitely showcase it because they'll look really nice on this. But any examples of any lands that you might want to have? Go and check out the lands podcast that we did a long time ago. We've been there already, and
Where would this rank on your list of lands?
I don't know.
Just behind Rugged Highland.
Just behind, just behind the tap gain lands.
Yeah.
No, it's quite cool though. Quite cool to see them.
Right, so this next card is the biggie. Tibble. Or is he Valky?
Or Loki.
Yeah, sounds a bit similar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So Tibble, the Cosmic Imposter, is actually the backside of Valky, God of Lies. So obviously when we had Halvar, we thought all of them were going to be frontside God, backside equipment.
Yeah.
It turns out they can be frontside God, backside Planeswalker. So we weren't quite right there. So Valky is 1 and a black for a 2/1 God. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent reveals their hand. For each opponent, exile a creature card they revealed this way until Valky leaves the battlefield. Then you can pay X, choose a creature card exiled with Valky with convert mana cost X. Valky becomes a copy of that card, which I think is pretty good. Like early game, you can take everyone's early threats out their hand, so Valky can stick around a bit longer. Then when they kill it, they just get all their threats back anyway. But by then they're small, like they're outclassed by everything else on the field.
Yeah, I think this is ridiculous as well because it's 1 and a black for reveal all of this information, especially in a commander game. You reveal everyone's hand early, so that all that information is then on the table, and then Valkyrie can just become whatever you choose to exile out of the best of the bunch, basically, later on.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
No, I hadn't really thought of it that way. That's really good.
And
obviously, if Valky was your commander, getting it out on turn 2, very easy every time.
Yeah, very easy. But I've seen some points floating around as to what the color identity of Valky would be, because obviously in the command zone he has to be the face-up version. He can't. So how does command attacks apply to that? Because it's the one card, I guess it would still apply to each one of them, depending on what side you cast.
Right. Yes. They did clarify this. So the command attacks adds up, and it doesn't matter which side you cast. So if you cast it as Valky, then it dies. If you want to then cast Valky again, it's obviously going to cost 4. But if you want to cast Tibble, that's now going to cost you 9 mana.
Yeah.
So it still stacks up the same together, and it doesn't matter which side dies. Basically, each time it comes out and back into the command zone, the command attacks goes back up. And I believe Valky will be red-black for the purposes of your commander identity.
Yeah.
Because on the bottom here, it's got a red-black mana symbol.
That's true.
So I think that's their way of saying it counts.
And also another interaction as well is obviously when Tibble comes in, you get an emblem which says you may play cards exiled with Tibble Cosmic Imposter, and you may spend mana as a mana of any colour to cast those spells. So does Tibble also read any cards exiled with Valky? Because Valky also exiles cards as well.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Yeah. So it's an interesting one.
I sort of want to guess no.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it could be.
Because it just seems like a better payoff, doesn't it? Like, because Valky's exiling the same cards that Tibble can then, because it is still effectively the same card. It's like when mutate refers to create a copy of Scoot Swarm instead. When Scoot Swarm relates to itself, it's actually relating to the entire stack, whether it's still a Scoot Swarm or not. So I'm thinking for that reason, Tibble could still see Valky's exiles.
That is the card, isn't it? That card is 2 cards. I don't know. It's a very weird rules thing.
Yeah. So hopefully that's clarified, because that'll be cool. Because Valky could then play into Tibble's emblem.
Yeah.
Because you would have still exiled the stuff with Valky, but as a result, it's the same card, so it is still Tibble sort of thing. But yeah,
should we give Tibble a quick read?
Yeah.
Tibble, the Cosmic Imposter, 5 black and red. Starts off with 5 loyalty, and as Aaron just said, he comes in with an emblem that you may play cards exiled with Tibble, and you may spend mana as though it was mana of any color to cast those spells.
Yeah.
Obviously, very good if Tibble can exile stuff. Luckily, he's got a +2 exile the top card of each player's library.
Nice.
So we know how much I enjoy Atali.
Yeah.
And other such things. It's just great. You can just see the top. Obviously, you don't get them for free here with Tibble, but it's definitely a safer method. He's got a -3 of exile target artifact or creature, and obviously then you can just recast it.
Yep.
And then -8 is exile all cards from all graveyards, and then add 3 red mana. So, yeah, exile on the graveyard stops anyone with graveyard shenanigans, obviously. Yep. And then with 3 mana, you can cast maybe something small, just to sort of get your side of the board going again a bit.
Yeah, and it's good as well, because when he enters, you get the emblem, so it doesn't matter whether then he's removed, because you've still got the emblem. You can still cast stuff that's been exiled with him. So even if you get 1 turn out of it, you still might get something spicy in that exile of each player's library, top card of each player's library.
Yeah.
You're always going to be able to play those cards as well. Keyword here is play. So if you exile lands, you can play lands as well.
Yeah, I was just going to come on to that.
So
yeah, you can just keep getting more and more lands off people,
which is lovely in black and red, because that's what you need.
Yeah.
Land drops. So yeah, as we all know with black and red, it's a tough ramp game if you don't hit your mana drop, your land drops. As demonstrated in Pass the Turn versus 1 with Chainer.
Yeah. Oh, Chainer.
But yeah, I think it's pretty good, and it was also quite funny because we obviously spoke about a lot about Josh's love for playing stuff from exile. This sort of does that.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Like, since he's done it, they've released like 2-3 cards that now let you play stuff from exile.
Yeah.
So clearly, it's somewhere they're looking to sort of expand on. We are going to have to get that silver bordered card that puts things into like super exile.
Yeah, that's it. When is there going to become a zone that just cannot be interacted with?
Yeah, but then how long until that is interacted with?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because so far at the moment, there's the emblems. Nothing can interact with an emblem.
No.
But how long until they do have something that just says destroy target emblem? And then I don't know what happens then. It's all chaos.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, isn't it? They're slowly building up different layers of the game that then you can then interact with as you expand the game. So maybe there will be a zone at some point which will replace the exile zone in the sense that it cannot be interacted with. But who knows? Yeah, so that's an interesting space.
So after those, we've got the new Planeswalker, Nico Aris.
Awesome, yeah.
So Nico comes with an X in the mana cost.
Yeah.
But this time X can be 0, unlike Nissa. If you cast Nissa for 0, Nissa came with 0 loyalty and died.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Whereas Nico, when they enter the battlefield, create X shard tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And they are enchantment tokens with pay 2 mana and sacrifice this enchantment to scry 1 and draw a card, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a jacked up clue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you get to essentially draw 2. Because you look at the first one, if you don't want it, draw the second one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty decent. And is this referencing the non-creature token in the form of shards?
I think so. But didn't it say we're going to get loads? Didn't Mario say we're going to get lots?
Well, you could get loads when you play Nico Aris.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe, I don't know. But I thought, yeah, it's definitely alluding to that. Maybe there is more. Maybe there's like runes and stuff yet to come.
Yeah, definitely. We still don't know anything about the runes. And then Nico Aris got 3 abilities. So 1/1 is up to 1 target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. Whenever that creature deals combat damage this turn, return it to its owner's hand.
Interesting.
So, obviously, yeah, letting your stuff be unblockable, that's good. And obviously lets you very slowly blink stuff. Obviously, you've got to keep recasting it. But if you do have quite a good ETB effect,
yeah,
keep doing it every turn with Nico Aris if no one stops you. Just put it down, let it go unblocked, bounce to hand, next turn. It's the way it's almost like protecting that creature. Because you can't destroy it at sorcery speed, at least. They'll probably declare instant speed. But yeah, I thought it was quite a good way of keeping something safe consistently, if possible.
Yeah, if you care about a creature swinging through to deal some damage, that's a good way of doing that. But then obviously you can return it to your hand if you do have an ETB thing, which is good. Yeah. So yeah, get a lot of benefit off of that potentially. White and blue cares about sort of stuff entering as well. So
yeah, it's a classic blink color, so a lot of ETB triggers and effects.
You know, if you imagine just using this on an Agent of Treachery, that just swings in for, I think it's 2 damage, Agent of Treachery, and then you just return it to your hand and then play it again, steal someone else's permanent, and just keep doing it. So some good interactions there for that, potentially.
And then it's got a -1 ability. Nico Aris deals 2 damage to target tapped creature for each card you've drawn this turn. Again, in blue, you're drawing a lot of cards. You can make sure you can kill anything.
Yeah.
With the right spell for just 1 loyalty point. And then 1 final -1 of just create another shard token. Which, as we said above, I think they're good, they're serviceable, they're not incredible, they're decent. The fact they are they're not artifacts. They're just enchantment tokens.
Enchantments, yeah.
Yeah. But again, there's obviously in Theros, a lot of things care about enchantments coming and going from the battlefield. So you can use this as a way to manipulate that. I think there's going to be a lot of... I can't see like a really powerful Nico Aris deck, but I can see that it really fits in with a lot of different plans. So maybe it's just like a good workhorse. So you just goes in the deck. If you're playing a multiple of these sort of abilities that will be beneficial.
Yeah, it just seems like a all-round pretty decent card.
Yeah.
For white and blue. It's a shame it doesn't have any other colours in it, or wasn't representing any other colours, because white and blue. Well, yeah, blue is very very known for card draw, and it's a shame that another colour couldn't have the shard token. Well, maybe there are more things that have shard tokens, but it does seem quite sort of unique to Nico Aris, the shard tokens.
Yeah, I can't see they'll come definitely very often.
Yeah. Maybe the runes do something similar if we are waiting for those as well, but
yeah, we'll have to see what they are. Still no word on them at all.
Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So next we've got a card that you had very high hopes for, Aaron. And were your hopes met?
No.
That was Inga Rune Eyes, the human wizard you were waiting for.
I thought Inga Rune Eyes would be the squirrel, but I was wrong there.
Yeah, that was it.
I thought it was going to be the squirrel, but that was Toski, which we covered last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, this in itself combos with Nico quite well, because when this enters, you scry 3. So you could get the on-block damage through, return Inga to your hand, play Inga again, and then just keep doing the scry, and then using that scry with the shard tokens to make sure you're smoothing your draws over.
Yeah.
And then when this dies, you draw 3 cards if 3 or more creatures died. So then that also works with Nico as well. So quite cool, but nice little uncommon legendary.
What I like about that second ability is just helps protect you from board wipes. If someone's on the field, you draw 3. I don't care now.
That's a good point.
Really good. Oh, you can keep seeing these messages pop up.
I don't know.
Close them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. And the next one is Cole the Forge Master. I'll read this one out because I'm in love with Boros at the moment, just because of my new because of my new deck. But this is red and a white for a legendary dwarf warrior, so 2/2. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to its owner's hand. So I might have to think about that just for that one ability there. So that's pretty good. And then creature tokens you control that are enchanted or equipped get +1/+1. So that wouldn't really feature in my Boros decks. It is quite Voltron-y.
Yeah.
But that first ability is good because the non-token creature I'm referring to is Rograk, son of Rogar, which is the new 0-cost kobold from Commander Legends. So if people always want to kill Rograk, I've noticed that people always want to kill him, whether he's got stuff or not. This would just return into my hand every time he dies, and I can just play him for 0 again. He'll die, go back to my hand, and I can just put him out again.
Yeah, as long as you can make sure he continues to be enchanted and equipped.
Yeah.
But then if not, even if they put it back to your hand, you put it back out, and then they kill it again, and it's like, all right, you've just wasted 2 kill spells on it. Like
on a 0-cost creature.
Yeah, you've soaked up a lot of removal there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's so brilliant. I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, Rograk is just outrageous. Like, people want to kill him, even though he's cost you 0 mana. People want to get rid of him. And then I've still been playing Rograk for 6 mana, and he's still relevant because he's got First Strike, Trample, and Menace.
Yeah.
So there'll be a deck tech on that at some point. I'm still waiting for one more card, and then I'll release that. But yeah, I thought I'd read the Forge Master, which is quite good.
So I was interested in the flavor text.
Yeah.
So using Tyrite from a fallen Cosmos monster, Cole forged a weapon to Or Halvar himself.
Fallen Cosmos monster.
Yeah, so that sounds good. Tyrite is obviously something that these things are made out of, and you can reforge it. It just sounded good. Sounds interesting.
I'm hoping that the fallen Cosmos monster is not the serpent, though. I hope the serpent's still alive.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
That'll be, yeah. Oh, the serpent's dead. Brilliant. Great.
There's loads of flavor text on these lands as well that I read yet. Hopefully there'll be something fun in there.
That's true.
Oh, we've gone a bit too... There we are. This one here is where we are now.
Yeah.
So we've got trolls again. I don't know which of the realms the trolls live, whether or not they've got their own one.
Oh, I think that was one of the other creature types. Troll, I think, yeah.
Which I think is quite... I'm interested to see how the trolls and giants are going to be different.
Yeah.
I think by look at obviously trolls are green. I think they're going to be like the big smashy ones, but I think the giants are going to be using their head more. I think they're red and more like the Izzet guild, red, blue, and I think they're going to be a bit more creative and be interesting to see. So you've got Old Growth Troll for green. There's a trample 4/4.
Nice.
Again, stomping sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And when Old Growth Troll dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield. Say what? It's an aura enchantment with Enchant Forest you control, and Enchanted Forest has tap, add green, and 1 and tap, sacrifice this land. Create a 4/4 green troll warrior creature token with trample. What?
Hey?
So it comes out as a 4/4 creature. When that dies, it goes onto a land where it can let that land. Well, it goes onto a forest that lets it tap for double green. then you can sacrifice the land to get the 4/4 troll back out. This immediately just seems so good to me.
I don't understand it.
Get a troll dies, you get a ramp, and then when you have enough mana, you kill the ramp to get the troll back.
Okay, yeah, so it comes out as a 4/4 for 3.
Yeah.
But when that dies, when it's just referring to Old Grove Troll, it returns to the battlefield, but it returns as an aura.
Yeah, on your forest.
On your forest, and then the forest can then tap for double green, and then it also has pay 1 and sack it to get a 4/4 creature token, but it's not the troll.
It's not the troll, so it doesn't go on forever.
I was going to say
keep going forever and ever and ever. But the fact that you can get 2 4/4s and sort of effective ramp for only 3 mana, it just seems like a deal.
Yeah.
A deal that I'll have 2. I'll have 4 because I'll play it in standard.
Yeah, well, green for 4/4 trample is pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
That's like Steel Leaf Champion good.
Yeah.
Steel Leaf Champion couldn't be blocked, which made it incredible. But this... Yeah.
And then when it dies, it just enchants onto a land that then ramps you in a standard game. Can be quite backbreaking as well, which is good. So you run quite a few of these.
It's not legendary. You can have 3 of them, 4 of them out if you want.
Be good in a mutate deck as well, because when this dies, you return all of the mutate stack to the battlefield separately. I think you would return them all separately.
But then it says it's an aura. So then do all of them come as an aura? Even if that's what's happening, even if it dies, say it's a stack of 3 creatures, even if they all die and then you get 3 of these ramp things.
Yeah.
But in fact, even them you can then sacrifice to get 3 trolls. So either way, I don't care. Either comes back as all 3.
Yeah.
You get your original creatures and they just come back, or you get these 3 versions of this troll. Forest. Or maybe it just doesn't work. Maybe you kill it and they just vanish now. But who cares, Aaron?
Yeah, that'll be an interesting mechanic for them to iron out, because mutate is pretty screwed as it is, really. But yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good to see what happens with that, because that could go in mutate decks also. When does that rotate out? Mutate stuff, Ikoria stuff.
Not for a long time. Not
for a long time.
Almost a whole year.
Oh, that's all right then.
When Zendikar Rising came out was the last rotation.
Yeah.
So it's when the I was going to say Isengard. That's not what it's called. Innistrad.
Oh dear.
I was thinking Isengard because of the next card.
Isengard.
War Master.
Yeah.
I was thinking he looks like what Elrond should be.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Huh? How much more awesome would it be if Elrond just rocked up, basically shirtless, a glorious flowing mane and beard, and a golden sword? You'd think, yeah, all right, I'm not gonna, and guns the size of, I don't know what, of a hobbit.
Mental, yeah.
I wouldn't be messing with this fellow.
He looks like Gandalf crossed with Elrond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what does this old wizened War Master do?
So Elvish War Master, 1 and green for an Elf Warrior, 2/2. Whenever 1 or more elves enter the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green Elf Warrior creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn, and then you can pay green, and 5. Elves you control get +2/+2 and Death Touch end of turn. That's nice.
Yeah, sounds alright. Bit different. Yeah. Doesn't give them the trample that elves are used to.
And it's fairly fair in the sense that ability where to create more elves triggers only once each turn, so you can't create an absurd amount of elves for 2 mana.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good. It's a nice little early drop that then will give you a board state, and it's got a mana sink on it as well at the end.
Yeah.
So it could be good in well, it could be talking garbage. Could be good in standard or commander, because it's got both. It's got the value triggers and the mana sinks at the end when you've got loads of end spent mana to use.
Yeah, I think it's the sort of thing where the bottom ability won't happen too often, but when it does, it'll be helpful.
Yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Next up is Odin. I mean Alrund, God of the Cosmos.
Now this does give me hope because Alrund was spoiled as a miniature that you could get.
It was, wasn't it? That was one of them. Yes.
That was one of them, yeah. And the serpent was also a miniature. So I keep coming back to this bloody serpent, but it gives me hope.
I really hope it's the very last card revealed for you, Aaron.
It's got to be.
And I hope it's good. Like 1 mana, 10/10, trample, flying, death touch.
Yeah. Can only be played in Boros decks. Yeah.
The most non-serpents.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So Alrund is a god, and he's a 1/1 for 5 mana. So that doesn't sound like a very effective rate. But let's see what the card does. He gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand, and each foretold card you own in exile. Alright, okay, he could be quite big. At the beginning of your end step, choose a card type, then reveal the top 2 cards of your library. Put all cards of the chosen type into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So, grows in your end step. Helps refuel your hand. So, I want to play this in like a fun little instant style deck in standard, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Just a lot of counters, a lot of card draw, a lot of obviously anything with foretold in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun. And it says there, the flip side is a bird for 2 mana. And the bird is Hacker. Whispering Raven.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 2/3 flyer, and whenever Whispering Raven deals combat damage to a player, return it to its owner's hand, then scry 2. So again, it's the same as we were saying earlier with Nico, in that it protects itself from sorcery speed removal.
Yeah.
Which notably is usually board wipes. A lot of board wipes are sorcery speed, so it's a good point that this and Nico do protect you a lot from most board wipes.
Big wraths, yeah.
And the fact that Hacker, it can attack, like 2 mana is not a lot to attack, or not enough haste, does it?
Unfortunately not, but
obviously when it comes back to your hand, you can then just replay it now as Alrund.
Yeah. And it will help because obviously the Raven will allow you to scry to, so then that filters into his reveal, choose a card type, because you already know what's going to be on there. And therefore you get those ones into your hand, which could be good. It's a shame they're not counters, because Aaron doesn't get counters as he just becomes tougher depending on the amount of cards in your hand.
Yeah, so that if you suddenly empty your hand in a flurry of spells and maybe a counter war, he's suddenly tiny. But again, it just adds more to the things of these gods are mortal.
Yeah.
The fact that he's just a 1/1, he's just a regular guy. But it's this knowledge that makes him powerful.
Yeah.
It's all the cards, it's things like that.
It's good flavor text on the Raven as well. Alrund's Raven soars between the realms. No secret is beyond his grasp. That's nice flavor as well.
Yeah, very good. Just again showing that there are some things that can just move between the realms pretty easily.
Yeah. Nice.
So the next one is another saga. And this does have one of that's real wood carving. And then
that's the one that was revealed.
Painted.
Yeah.
And it's called Binding the Old Gods, 2 black and green. First chapter is destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. 4 mana to do that. I'd say it's pretty good. I'm happy with this already.
Yeah.
Then search your library for a forest card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. That's good. Happy, nice little tack on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, creatures you control gain death touch until end of turn. A nice way, not quite to finish the game, but it definitely messes up combat if you've managed to throw a few more things out there.
Yeah. No,
normally, where that happens at the beginning of your turn, if you were to play anything that then could attack, so if you played anything with haste after that, annoyingly that wouldn't get death touch.
Yeah.
Because it sort of activates the creatures that currently see it, get the death touch trigger.
Yeah.
And anything new that comes out doesn't technically get it. It's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is.
bit of a shame, but it's still, it can just throw a spanner in the works, can't it? That last law counter, you don't really care about it if it's got to that stage, but it can still do some work, which is nice. Yeah. This next one is interesting.
So Varagoth, which I first read as Yorgmoth, even though it's not like it at all. I was like, what?
You saw the the
Yorgmoth's here.
Yeah, here he goes, another off.
But no, it's just demonic sounding, isn't it? It's just sounds. So Varagoth. That's a very different one. That's like a broodling.
So that's from Ikoria.
Yeah. So the Blood Sky Sire for 2 and a black is a 2/3 demon rogue legendary with Death Touch. Then he's got Boast. So for 1 and a black, target player searches their library for a card, shuffles their library and puts the card on top of it. And then Boast can only be activated if that creature is attacked this turn and only once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I waited for a River of Fire to bring death to Bretagard.
Yeah, so this is relating to the Blood Sky Massacre as well. This is the 2/3 demon. He's not a berserker though, so I'd love to see what the bloody berserkers look like if this guy is just a rogue.
Yeah. If he's apparently sneaking around, Lord knows what someone that wants to let you know is there is doing.
Yeah.
I do love the sort of horns on the demon, like making their beard and things.
Yeah, this looks quality. So that confirms the artwork of the demons with the tentacle beards. They are the demons from Blood Sky. I think Blood Sky is the plane or the multiverse area that they're from, maybe.
Yeah. And it says it goes to Bretagard. I've got a feeling that's the human world, if I remember right there.
Yeah.
So, that's where he's heading and not happy.
Yeah. So, pretty decent. Basically a demonic tutor on a attack. Well, you don't get it into your hand. You put it on top, so it's not as OP, but
but definitely
good.
Yeah, if you've got ways to make sure he sticks around after combat, just paying 2 mana to guarantee what you draw every turn. Particularly later in the game, really good. Yeah,
and potentially as a mono black commander could also be quite good, having a very cheap tutor in the command zone.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As long as you can protect it. But a guaranteed tutor in the command zone is always pretty strong, as we know from Godo, which is Rob's favourite commander. But interesting. Looking forward to more demons.
Yeah. So next, we've got Sarulf's Packmate. Is Sarulf the big green-black wolf we've seen?
It is, the Realm Eater.
Yeah, just checking I was thinking of the right one there. So quite simply, 3 and a green for a 3/3 wolf. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, and it's got Foretell of 1 and green. So the Foretell doesn't make it any cheaper, which means you can spread the cost over 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be a fine card to play in limited. Is all I really think with this.
Yeah, it just gives again. It's just this. I think they're trying to play with this information game now as well. It's like, you're conveying to your opponent that you're laying a card down as a foretell, and they're like, what's that then? What's that going to be? It's just like sort of sowing some seeds. Like, what is that going to be? Well, how is that going to interact with me? And it might just stop them from doing something that they would have done otherwise, sort of thing. But then. Yeah, it just comes in as a 3/3, draws you a card. So you pay green and 1, which is basically Elvish Visionary. You pay green and 1, enters, draw a card. This is exactly the same thing. You just get a 3/3 instead of a 1/1.
Yeah, especially limit 3/3 is sort of where a body becomes meaningful.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's sort of the line where suddenly the card's going to be able to do something in combat.
Yeah, in that sort of game standard, 3/3. Limited, 3/3 and limited or sealed is pretty relevant.
Yeah. So, is there a whole plane of wolves? A realm of wolves? What?
I don't know. Maybe
I might have to pull the thing up in a minute. How can I do it?
Yeah, because there was a screenshot of like all of the planes.
Where is it?
Oh, is that it there? These are the planes here, isn't it? Those are creature types.
Oh, not only the pause thing comes up. You have to just look at it quickly. So, that's the one we missed. Draugr, the zombie plane.
Oh, Draugr, yeah. So there you go. That's one of the creature types we called a long time ago.
Yeah,
Draugrs.
Oh yeah, trolls. Sorry, trolls does have its own plane. So yeah, I think it's all 2 colors. They're all going to have a 2-color split.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we mentioned all the other. We said angels for Valkyries.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we got the rest of them all there.
Yeah, pretty much. Nice.
So I don't know what plane the wolf lives on then. Does he live with humans? Hangs out with the trolls? It's whatever's got this weird light in the sky, or whether or not maybe all of them have got that. I don't know. We keep seeing it occasionally, but I don't know whether or not it's just one plane that's got it, or whether or not all of the realms have it. It's going to be hard to keep not calling them planes. They are realms.
Realms, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the Valhalla, isn't it? Or the version of the light in the sky.
Yeah.
Whatever it was called. Can't remember what it was called now. It's called something. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, one thing they sort of said in the lore was the spirit realm is everyone that dies that didn't die in like a glorious battle or anything. They just died a regular death. You go to the spirit realm. But if you die gloriously, you get to go to the Valkyrie realm. I think it was.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I wonder where this. I wonder where this vampire dragon's going to be then.
Yeah, where's he going to live?
Where's he going to live? Because there's no vampires in the set, and it just seems weird for a creature to be a vampire dragon.
Do you reckon? I've got a feeling dragons can move between all the realms quite easily. Is my guess.
Yeah,
as they're sort of mythical.
Yeah, that could be quite good.
And like they're sort of like revered across all of them, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Be interesting to see where that turns out.
But yeah, so far we haven't got any sort of dragon art or cards. We've got like a few small bits that sort of hint at the dragons. That's about it.
But yeah, that's the first foretell card. We have probably seen another one, but yeah, foretell again looks good on the next card, the Alrund's Epiphany. Apparently there's a set, isn't there? A mythic set of foretell cards.
I think so. I think there's one of each color.
Yeah.
I think relate to each god. So obviously this is Alrund's blue card, sorcery, 5 blue to create 2/1/1 bird creature tokens with flying.
What?
You get to take an extra turn after this one and exile Alrund's Epiphany, and then you can foretell it for 6 mana, 4 blue. So you can pay 1 mana more overall to foretell it, but the fact is that you can do it over 2 with sort of less mana in the single turn. Yeah,
it gives you more mana to use on a subsequent turn, I guess, but it's not that much different, really.
Yeah, be interesting to see if this does do anything in standard. I always find these extra turn spells, I feel like normally they don't really do anything, but then occasionally, especially if they're busted like that stupid one they made.
Nexus of Fate.
Yeah.
Obviously
that gets played a lot. Well, got played a lot. Yeah. I don't see this one being played that much, but who knows?
No, I mean you get an extra turn, you get 2 extra power to hit someone with on the next turn because they're going to have effectively. They're going to not have summoning sickness on the next turn, are they? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Be interesting to see if it sees much play.
Yeah, you can need a lot more going on than just. That's one thing about all the extra turn spells. Like they cost so much mana. But when you spend that much mana to just do that for your turn, you might as well have just done whatever you do in your next turn in that turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get an extra attack maybe if you look at it that way. You get an extra attack because you get 1 attack, 2 attack. But yeah, be good in like Eurocodex when stuff cares about the stuff on the top of your library being a high CMC, and then you're dealing that much damage to each person. Be good in like the Ninja decks and stuff. But yeah, not much else to say on that one really.
So next up, we've got the Masked Vandal for 1 and a green for a shapeshifter that has Changeling. So it's every creature type. And when Masked Vandal enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls.
It's quite cool.
Yeah. So I think the idea there is that sort of early game, it's just a 1/3. But later on, once you've got stuff in the graveyard, if you don't need it there, you can start exiling something that your opponents have.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It comes in. You can, he's got a big body as such, so it can hang around for a while. But then, if you want to play it late game, you can, as you say, get rid of something pesky.
But yeah, just more of the fancy mask work of the shapeshifters.
Was there a realm for them?
I think so. Shapeshifters are down there.
Oh yeah, so you're going to get a whole set that cares about shapeshifters being every creature type. So yeah, we're going to get a lot of this every creature type thing, aren't we? Yeah, interesting.
So I think people think it's the green-blue realm. They think.
Yeah.
So obviously, all the green-blue tribes sort of get extra support by the fact that the shapeshifters could move into any of their tribes.
Oh, lovely.
Whereas giants being red, blue, that doesn't work, Aaron, because you just said blue gives them support. Just think of a different one. I don't know. Maybe demons, red and black. They wouldn't get it.
No.
So here's some interesting looking stuff. So these are the new showcase artworks for cards we already know about. So yeah, Varagoth we've just read, Vorinclex we obviously read before. So this is the frame we're on about that apparently is made of real carvings.
Yeah, it looks quality, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. I do think it's a really good frame. Vorinclex and Varagoth again does not look very roguish.
No, it looks like he's slaughtering loads of people in that. It doesn't look like a rogue at all.
No.
Which is interesting.
I feel like they had the artwork and then made the card, and they were like, "Oh, well, we really want to make the artwork."
Yeah.
Yeah, that Vorinclex is weird. That's
doesn't look like Vorinclex.
No, it's weird bony arms.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it, how they depict? I mean, did they? Yeah, I mean the artist here, Richard Lemming.
It's a bit blurry.
But he must have been given the character of Vorinclex and then decided to draw something different about it.
Yeah.
So there must be some similarity. The bony arms. Maybe we haven't seen that. Maybe he does have bony arms.
There's Vorinclex. Yeah. Well, fair. No, there. You can see that his arms are just bone and sinew.
Yeah, I think on the old artwork, the voice of hunger, was it voice of hunger? Vorinclex voice of something. He definitely looks more sinewy, bony on that one. That's for sure. But yeah, they look good.
Yeah. So I think the sort of showcase frames here are sort of like how they've been told in legend. Things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
And next up, we've got a lightning bolt reprint. Not quite. We've got Frostbite. So a single red mana for a snow instant, and Frostbite deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Oh, it's only creature or planeswalker. You can't go face.
That's a shame.
If you control 3 or more snow permanents, it deals 3 damage instead. This just dropped massively. When I thought it was any target, I thought, wow, that just makes modern burn a bit better.
Yeah.
You've now got like 16 bolts or I don't know how many it is now. Is there 12 different bolts? I think
There's definitely a few, isn't there?
Not 12 different ones. You can have 12 copies. I mean, like, but no, this isn't that at all.
No face damage. That's a shame.
Yeah.
If it said if you control 3 or more snow permanents, you may choose to do it 3 damage to target player instead.
Yeah, if it said deal 3 damage to any target instead, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be good because then it cares about the snow mechanic a bit more.
But yeah, all I thought was it'd be easy to sort of be the last bolt you deploy after you've got a couple of lands out.
Yeah. Oh well.
But yeah, I like the artwork. I don't know, is that a giant? Do you think?
Looks like a frost giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't wander far. It's a bit nippy out there.
That is good. That is brilliant.
That's brilliant.
How did I miss that? But yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, next up, for some reason, Serulf's come back up. We know about Serulf.
Yeah.
We've got Behold the Multiverse. So 3 in a blue for an instant, scry 2, draw 2, and foretell for 1 in a blue. So like the wolf we saw before, you don't have to pay any more, you don't pay any less. You just simply get just sort of spread the cost over 2 turns. But I think that's really good to having 2 mana instant. If you haven't used it up, I'll just quickly foretell my Behold the Multiverse.
Yeah.
Countless worlds unfolded before Nico. Everyone in need of heroes. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Nico's on there.
Yes, that's Nico and the shards.
Oh, lovely.
I was just looking in the reflections to see if we knew what they all were. But this looks a bit like. Do you think that looks like Leviathan sort of thing?
I wish. Yeah, that's Charix there, isn't it?
I don't know. That looks like Theros, where Nico's from.
Yeah.
That could be something on Kaldheim, but that could be somewhere else.
Looks like you've got a howling mine over there.
This one.
Looks like a howling mine.
I don't know if any are shown any secrets. I'm hoping this is a secret, this one.
Yeah.
Or it could just be in this set, hopefully.
It does look like a kraken, actually.
Yeah, I think it just looks like that sort of tentacly face, and it looks like there's sort of water splashing in front of it.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be one of the tentacles there along the front. Like that's the one it's whipped out.
We did have some flavor text, though, didn't we? Of something looking beneath the waters or something like that in on one of the modal double face card lands. There was something in this set.
Yeah, there was something about insinuating there's something big below the water.
Yeah, so hopefully it does crop up in Nordic lore as well, krakens and sea monsters. So hopefully we'll get one at least.
And then the final card we've got to show off is the same again. Augury Raven, 3 in a blue for a 3/3 flyer with foretell of 1 in blue. So the same. You don't pay any more, you don't pay any less. It's much like the wolf, but just with flying instead of drawing a card and in blue. And it's a bird. And it's got feathers. And it's stood on a shield.
There'll be a few of these. I reckon there'll be a red 3/3 with haste.
Yeah, there could be. Yeah, just one for every colour.
Yeah, like a white 3/3 with first strike or something. But seems good.
Collect shiny baubles. Other Horde Omen crits.
And
that's it. That's all we've got so far. I'll just give a quick refresh just in case anything's popped up. Nope. That is all we've got.
It's looking good.
So yeah, so far I'm quite happy with it. The few sort of like them commons and things I've seen, I think it's going to be a good limited environment as well, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping they haven't got just one of them busted colour pairs that just means everyone's want to pick that. Like when they occasionally just make red white's just too aggressive and it just ruins the format, and you just think if only they'd tone that down a little bit, because some of the other mechanics looked fun. Yeah,
I can't wait to see what else comes out for it. It looks really, really good. I think it would be a good sealed limited game as well, because I think tribal just makes everything a little bit easier, a little bit more fun, accessible. So yeah, unfortunately we can't do any events because what's going on, which is a shame. It's all come round a bit full circle, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But do they do any limited sealed stuff on Arena or anything like that?
Yes, they have a pre-release weekend on Arena where you enter sealed tournaments as you do a normal pre-release. You just don't get an extra pre-release promo card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have a little mini sealed tournament on there, and yeah, you can draft on there, of course. I think they normally start the same day as the pre-release weekend, so
yeah. I'm sure shops will still be doing pre-release kits though. If you want to probably get your hands on those, because there'll be like a little pre-release promo that you get and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it might be worth us getting some and just do like a little mini online one somewhere. Like using spell table and stuff. See how many people we can get involved.
Exactly. Speaking of which, if anyone's watching this in the future, you can join our Discord server. Always growing. We just look to sort of organise games on a week-to-week basis. So there is the Discord link. That should be an eternal one.
Yep. We never know, but it will be, hopefully. We
had someone join the Discord, I think, using this link last week. So yeah, I think it is an eternal one. But yeah, always organising games on there, trying to cater to different time zones and what have you. So definitely go along if you want to play some Commander with us. And some of the videos will get recorded for future use as well, potentially. So could get your name up in lights on the YouTube channel. And if you're a content creator as well and you've seen this and you want to collaborate with us just by playing on Discord, then yeah, we'll be happy to do that as well. But anything else on
the big news that I said at the beginning that we'd come back to, and I then completely forgot about it? Arena is coming to mobile. You can play it on your phone, folks.
Oh my goodness me.
Coming as soon as the 28th of this month will be when they roll out. They've called it early access.
Right.
But basically they're saying they want only phones with very high specs are going to be able to run it initially. And it's only on Android initially.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, they're just going to slowly phase it out. They're going to slowly drop down the requirements once they're sort of more comfortable that it's running well. And then, eventually have the full release. And then they're going to release... They said that iOS they're planning to get out by the end of the year. So, knowing Wizards, that will mean the end of the year. So, wait until November if you've got an Apple to even think about getting it, I'd imagine. Yeah,
I imagine sort of Apple and the whole sort of... Yeah, because they're Apple, they're probably going to be harder to get on there, aren't they? Because the technology is a lot different, isn't it?
Mm.
But
so I think it's good. I think it's good to have it on mobile. It would be interesting to see. Be interesting to see how much they have to scale anything back, because I know recently they scaled back the amount of tokens you can actually have in the game at any one point.
Right.
They limited it. It's still something like 250. It's still more than you'd ever normally get, but with Scute Swarm, it's a lot less than people did have.
Yeah.
And they said something on the stream about it being related to the fact it come into mobile. And I couldn't really tell if they were joking or not, but I don't think they were. I think they were seriously saying mobiles can't handle it if you've got... I can't remember how many... You could get thousands and thousands of tokens on there before.
Yeah.
Just mobiles can't really do that.
No. But
I do agree with them. Usually, if you've got to 200 odd, you've either won or drawn a game.
Yeah, if you get that many tokens, you definitely, especially in the standard game, which is all that's going to be on here, you should be winning.
Yeah,
200 tokens.
It's either you've got all them, or someone's got them as well, and you're to bounce them off each other.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, I reckon it's good. It's going to bring in a lot more, probably younger people as well, because a lot of people are on their phones a lot. So maybe it's a good thing for bringing more people into the game. And I might actually finally download it now, because it's something I can take commuting or whatever you do, be commuting now, but just more accessible having it on you all the time potentially.
Yeah, and I think it's really good because the way the sort of arena rewards work, it rewards you to get basically cast 20 spells of the same color in a day, or like play 20 lands or something. That your little daily quests, and I think we'll just reward people more for doing that. And I think that's what people use it a lot for, just to get on there, use it on their phone, do a couple of quick dailies. But then I think we'll just get people tuning on the computer sort of a few times a week for their real session where they're trying to actually play good Magic and stuff.
Yeah. It's just I think it'll be good. Like when you go into the toilet having a shit or whatever, you just sit on the toilet and play it, grind out some packs, whatever you do on there. Yeah. Girlfriend would be like, "What are you doing up there?" "Oh, I'm sitting in the toilet."
Foreign packs.
Sarov. Yeah.
Exactly.
One thing I did want to just bring up quickly was the fact that the Walking Dead cards on Gatherer have now been updated, so it does say they're legal now, apparently.
Does it?
Yeah.
That was a scare for everyone, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Of all the cards that could have gone wrong,
yeah.
Why them? It was so just.
I reckon an insider at Wizards was just messing around.
Yeah. As they walked out the door for Christmas, just flick the off switch.
Yeah.
Let's see what chaos this can cause over 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe they'll put on furlough or something like, yeah, screw this. Yeah, it says now I just typed in Negan the Cold-Blooded, format, legacy, vintage and commander legal. So
that could have been interesting.
Yeah. Funny. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it at the moment. Obviously it's a lot of I'll carry on.
Only one big bit of news that I thought we were going to get today.
Yeah.
Is apparently the official trailer is going to come out on the 26th of January.
The official trailer.
I don't know whether or not it's going to give away a lot more to do with the story. So they don't want to do it until close to the end, until all the cards are out. Or whether or not maybe they feel it creates a huge sudden surge of hype, and maybe they want it to be as close to the release date as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look out that 26th, I think they said. So yeah, like I was really hoping we were going to get that today, but
that makes sense. I think it's a well hyped set anyway. So the last trailer towards the end will just sort of push it over the edge. I think it's going to be a very popular one, to be honest. But I think they're just going to get more and more popular as time goes on, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Lots of support. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I think we're doing a lot of spoilers at the moment because there's always stuff churning out these days.
Yeah, obviously the next 3 weeks now is constant Kaldheim.
Yeah, but it's good. Gives us something to do. Will we ever see theme episodes again? Well, I don't know. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, if you want to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel and check out our podcasts on Spotify, now on iTunes, and something else.
Hopefully coming to Google and Amazon very soon.
Amazon as well, yeah. So you can ask all of your smart speakers to hopefully play Pass the Turn podcast. Yeah, that will happen. What's that you got up there?
So this is in the bundle.
So yeah.
Remember you bought loads of the bundle for Ikoria so you could get your fancy little Charics?
Yeah.
Well, if you now buy the bundle for Kaldheim, you can get this lovely dice.
That's cool, isn't it?
It is oversized.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah.
Nice.
So again, just to double check, you get 10 boosters, 20 foil basic lands that are not snow, 20 non-foil basic lands that are not snow, and one bundle exclusive alt art promo, which we don't know yet,
and
one bundle exclusive oversized spin down as below. So really what I'm paying for there is 10 boosters, 20 foils, maybe a promo, and a lovely dice.
Yeah, and the promo is the promo is still part of the set normally, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it will be a Kaldheim card like the Charics was. It'll just be a normal card that's getting promo treatment.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I think everything else is a standard. Looks like we're just getting the normal pre-release packs again. Nothing fancy being done with the packaging there.
No, so that's still the same sort of stuff, yeah.
I think that's it, really. They went through a bit of what's in the set boosters and what you can get in the collector boosters here.
Yeah.
But then nothing's changed that much in those two regards.
No, that's all the same. Obviously, on the stream, you can go watch that on Wizards of the Coast, Twitch, or YouTube. It's all been reconfirmed that obviously set boosters and all that sort of stuff is going to be in here as well. And cards from the list have been revised as well. I think they got Cold Storage, Dark Depths, and Cavern of Souls now in the list as well.
Yeah, a few shake-ups to the list.
So
yeah. That was two things actually. In the what's it booster? The set booster. When you get is it in the list slot? But basically, they called it a mini game, and it's going to be some like a little game sort of thing you can play with your pack.
All right.
So, a bit interested to see what that is. See if see if they're interesting. I imagine more if not, you'd still rather something from the list. But yeah, for obviously they sometimes got just like the marketing card thing that just says go buy more Magic. Yeah. Sometimes there's like a little mini game to play on it, and there might be just some fun stuff. There might just be something that might come out of that just becomes a bit of fun. You can do like every time you open a pack, sort of thing. I don't know. We'll find out.
Like a Christmas cracker, but for Magic.
Yeah.
They're going to have some really awful jokes in there at some point relating to like Tibble, or they're going to start having memes in there. Do you reckon? Meme cards.
That'll be what it will just become.
Yeah, they'll just become meme cards, nothing else. But yeah, overall looks good. Products similar to what we've seen in the past, and yeah, still waiting for some big serpents, big demon berserkers, vampire dragons. Still waiting for all of that. So obviously tune in next week and probably the week after and the week after that for all of the good stuff.
Yes, I've got a feeling they said spoilers are going to carry on until the 26th, I think they said. Which
so next
would be the date the trailer comes out.
Yeah.
If memory's right. So I think, that's something goes to the 26th, and that'll be the final cards. The trailer comes out. And then I think does it drop that weekend then for pre-release?
30th, 31st was that week.
That one there, 30, yeah. Is that when the pre-release is then?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Well, of whatever pre-release we can all manage to get our hands on.
Yeah. And if we're in the UK as well, we do have a few different local game store owners in Discord as well. So if you've got any questions as to whether you can get products, where you can get them from, they will answer your questions. And just like any other provider in the UK, whether you want to line Jeff Bezos's Amazon pockets, you can check with your local game store and see if they can deliver it to you in the same amount of time using Royal Mail.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely keep supporting the local game stores during this time, because it's difficult for them, it's difficult for everybody, and hopefully we'll be able to do the Versus series again soon. That supports them even more.
Yeah, can't wait to get back out there.
Yeah, it's going to be good. We'll do it eventually. We'll look back on these videos and think, yeah, we did it eventually.
We made it. We
made it out there again. But yeah, thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for more Kaldheim.
Bye.
Bye-bye.